what is a human weapon? To find out, Jason Chambers and Bill Duff have pushed themselves to the limits. They've traveled more than 350,000 miles.
This is unbelievable. What?
They've been through the toughest conditioning, explored the most exotic locales, trained with incredible martial arts masters, and taken on 40 of the best fighters on the planet. And it has hurt.
Hazards of the human weapon.
Now, we're going to take a look back at their journey. We'll witness the brutal training,
chaos and carnage,
experience the wildest locations,
I hope they're kidding,
see never-before-seen footage, and reveal the most effective fighting techniques in all of martial arts, as we see how a man is transformed into a human weapon.
There are hundreds of distinct fighting styles in the world. They are practiced in every nation and by every people. Now, Jason Chambers, a mixed martial artist and professional fighter, and Bill Duff, a former pro football player and wrestler, are embarked on a mission to explore the history and techniques of these incredible martial arts. And at the end of each journey, one of these two warriors will face the ultimate test. They'll try to survive a real fight with a true human weapon.
Strikes. Whether they come from karate, savate, or Muay Thai, they are some of the most direct and basic techniques in the martial arts. And as Jason and Bill learned in their quest to explore the human weapon, they are also highly effective. But of all the different strikes they learned, which one proved to be the deadliest? We're about to find out. On the Great Wall of China, Bill and Jason witnessed the explosive speed of a Wing Chun punch.
Okay, that's really fast. I feel like the breeze whizzing by my face. That's cool.
And so is the science behind it. With your elbows tucked in behind your fist, you're able to transfer an additional 80 pounds of force. And because the punch is delivered to your opponent's core along a central axis, the more directly that force is transmitted to his body. But when the master put on a blindfold to practice, Jason and Bill realized they were in the presence of a true human weapon.
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay, see, if you break your training partners, you don't have anyone to play with.
You okay?
Wait, gotta get some video of that. You know what, we've seen a lot of funky stuff, and if I saw this on a TV show, I'd be calling BS right away. But that was really cool, actually, because he was fluid just as fast, and you saw his openings, and he was kicking his butt blindfolded.
Yeah, and he hit him right in the solar plexus, and we got to see him puke over the Great Wall of China.
In Okinawa, Japan, Jason and Bill learned a strike that dates back more than 500 years, but is still used today in the karate form of shurete.
Oh, so it's more like the end of the punch is what whips more like a whip.
Done correctly, it can deliver as much energy as a bowling ball dropped from the top of a house, more than enough to cause soft tissue damage or break a rib.
Give it a hit.
The power we're able to create by simply rolling our fist, it's really a good counter-strike, and I think it's going to be really practical.
But they soon learned there was more to striking than just punching. At Zakimi Gusku, a feudal castle in Okinawa, they were introduced to a strike known as the wrist bash.
I don't care what we're doing, I ain't doing it.
What do I do with this?
Pitch.
Hold it.
I'm gonna go over there.
Not me. Each. Me.
Don't do that to me, please.
Man, that's crazy.
You should have felt the power of his hit. Just holding it. I mean, I've held on to 350-pound men in football, and I could barely hold the bat when his wrist came through there. It came through with such power and force and just shattered this thing like a toothpick. Unbelievable.
The incredible power of this strike comes from the wide arc of the swing, which accelerates the wrist to speeds as high as 43 miles per hour. A single blow can land with the force of an axe handle.
That's the vital point.
I can feel it.
But the wrist bash wasn't the most damaging strike in the human weapon arsenal. That honor goes to a move Jason and Bill learned at a special forces training session in Thailand. The move, the elbow strike. What makes the elbow strike the deadliest of all is what it lands with: bone. Human bones can resist 40 times more stress than concrete. The elbow is almost pure bone. Basically, the elbow works like the point of a knife. All the force is magnified by being concentrated in a small, hard area, capable of crushing even the hard bones of the skull. They got a first-hand look at the power of this strike in the infamous fighting pits of Bangkok.
I've never seen somebody get knocked out with an elbow before.
Kid caught an elbow right to the top of the head. Blood started pouring out of his mouth. It's disgusting.
Strikes are a vital part of the total package that goes into making a man into a true human weapon. But as Jason and Bill were to learn in their journey, a strike is only as tough as the man throwing it. In their travels, Jason and Bill have suffered through intense conditioning in almost every environment imaginable. So which training was the most intense? We are about to find out. In a jungle camp near the Myanmar border, Jason and Bill trained with legendary Muay Thai Chaya master Prang. There, he put them through a traditional training workout designed to prepare them for the rigors of a Muay Thai fight. It wasn't easy.
I feel like a piece of meat at this point. I've been beaten and prodded and bitten by every bug out here. You know, I think I'm learning things and I'll be able to put into use and that are practical. But the environment, as aesthetically pleasing as it is not fun to train here.
In nearby Cambodia, just getting to the training grounds was difficult. When they arrived at the 800-year-old Tanay Temple, they found some brutal conditioning awaited them.
See how this kind of natural training really forged the Khmer warrior, because you had to be super tough. When you use things in the environment like trees, coconuts, even clay pots, you can get cut. It really toughens you up.
But from the forests of Russia to the swamps of Virginia, and from the deserts of Israel to the gyms of Las Vegas, there was plenty of pain outside the jungles too. Like in the mountaintop training the guys experienced while learning the ancient Greek fighting style of pankration.
Greeks invent philosophy, diplomacy, theater, but no elevators. There better be a princess at the top of this.
But there wasn't a princess, just a 2,000-year-old workout routine.
1, 2, 1. And up. Okay. 2. Gentlemen, let's go, guys. Move, 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 move. And up.
I'm more sore today than I have ever been working out at the gym. I'm sore in places I didn't know I could be sore.
But the most intense conditioning exercise of all was one they tackled while studying an ancient form of eskrima called Kali. The training mat was a rice paddy.
We have to get in the rice paddy to train?
You have to get it.
Well, let's step into this and see what we can do.
All right. Feel it? Step in it.
Go ahead, Bill. How's it feel?
Oh, yeah.
See here.
It's really warm.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, you sink down about an extra 1.5 feet.
Get hard. Hit. Shut up. In the water. Hit.
I can see where Kali came from. 100 years ago, Chase is running me through a rice paddy. smashing his head in with a stick. I mean, it's a direct relation to a screamer.
Yeah, and talk about footwork. If your footwork is good when you're in 8 inches of mud, you can maneuver some footwork when you're on land.
But the fanciest footwork of all came from their next exercise. Practice wrestling moves on a 1,600-pound water buffalo. One stomp or stab from a water buffalo, and that could be the end of the quest. Unfortunately, the buffalo didn't feel like training that day.
Okay.
That didn't work. Water buffalo 1, Filipino guy 0.